team there. That's cool. But the thing is really, I had a tough road there because I usually had pretty low, pretty high seeds there with my teams. So with my other bronze team, first round was Makatka. He went up to a 3-0 lead. I made it closer with, I think I lost 5-3. But still, I mean, it's Makatka. You know that he's going to field a very quality team.
Yeah.
In Iron, I went to the second round and lost to the eventual winner, not loser. Lost to the eventual winner. So, yeah.
Yeah, I have a different mentality towards the PTCS. As if I make it in, whatever, I'll try and do my best. But I used to pour so much energy into preparing and building a roster and getting cards. And now it's just if I make it, I make it. I put a team in because I put my bronze, fairly really dominant combinator team in there in bronze. It lost in the first round in 7 games. And the D-Block tutorial lap team there, no combinators. It made it to round 3. So you never know how the dice are going to roll and how things are going to go.
The seeding is really. Can be luckier and or can be if you just meet Makatka in the first round, it's gonna be tough. You might be lucky, but more times than not, then you're not. You're gonna lose against them.
Yeah, a lot of good teams. The Lava's team and Andy's from Sheffield's team, I think, went fairly far. And there's just so much competition now at the lower levels. It never used to be that way. Like last year, early on. It was a lot easier competition, but those iron and bronze and silver levels have really stepped up the game. Sometimes I think even more than the higher level competition.
It's way higher, and the combinators play a big part in that too, of course.
Yeah. We've also learned that you not only in OOTP Perfect Team, but you've taken a step forward and become part of online leagues, of course. You had the PBE player, and now in EMLB with the commish. What's the latest news there and what you're doing? How are you involved with that league?
I'm now the new GM of the Tampa Bay Rays, so I need to get Rays head. Okay. Was never a big fan of the Rays, but so now I have to basically.
All right, now you got to get some swag for Tampa Bay. So. Are there any community members you're familiar with that have community-based players on Tampa Bay?
Yeah, AZ Axel.
Okay.
AZ Axel has one, and then he was the manager for I forgot, was it Cleveland? One of the other GMs in PBE. He's has one of my guys there.
And what is your created player is on which team now?
The Chicago White Sox. And Jake offered me to trade him, but no, I don't want to do that. Mainly because he, before I became the GM there, he did a lot of things to prepare the team for me being the second base guy and being better than you two old idiots there at second base. And
what? Who's old? They are 23 years old, sir.
Yeah, mine is 19. So
okay. So Chicago, Montreal, and Kansas City. So you've got competition in your own division with EVC's second baseman.
Yeah.
But fortunately, he's not in the same division as your team that you're running. So Tampa Bay. Have you been in online leagues? Like, have you managed online leagues before? Is this the first?
Well, I am, of course, in boiled eggs, or better, I always call them scrambled egg.
That makes sense.
The Boys of Winter League, the FHM league from him. I do the GM there for the Wichita Thunder.
Okay,
but that's basically my only GM experience in online leagues. Yeah.
So you're a rookie. We got a rookie online league OOTP manager. And, it's a great segue with the EMLB because EMLB has been around for a long, long time, pretty much since the beginning of the game back in the early 2000s. And FKN Commish, who took over as the commish, throughout that early period, he always, every year, every season, he has a big special event going on. And if you're a part of the EMLB community, you know what this event is about. But I thought this would be a great place to kind of showcase what the commish does, and how he is a community-driven person, not only in the game but also in real life. And so let's bring in the commish. Look at that, who has popped up. Commish, how are you doing?
He's doing a lap and is muted. Wow.
Thank you for the honor of muting yourself.
Yes. All right. You know what it was? I made sure I had the right microphone working. And then I muted and I forgot to unmute.
So, commish, I know, most of the community, we are a very small community, very tight community, very cool community, and most know about the EMLB. Many people are part of the EMLB, but for those that are new to game, those that are just tuning in and saying, who's this guy? I was hoping you would wear the hat reference to it. Why don't you tell the community just a little, elevator speech here about yourself?
Well, for an Edmonton guy, you look pretty darn good in a Bruins jersey, just first and foremost. I am only wearing the only hat that matters to me right now, as that is our focus coming this weekend. But as you said, we just celebrated our 24th year around the sun. That's not simulated years, guys. That's real life years. To quote Steven Tyler, all these lines on my face are getting much clearer. So if 23 is old from EMLB standards and average the three of us combined, what are we? I don't know. By the way, D-Block, I'm still waiting for my 24 pack of beer that all new GMs owe right up front as payment and tribute. So,
well, and that's the reason Commish came on.
I was looking for my payment, so I figured this was the best time to hold them accountable with this many people watching and saying I was there.
It's like the principal coming into the classroom, checking on the new students, making sure that he's living up to the EMLB standards here.
Indeed.
So,
indeed.
Commish, why don't you tell us what's going on? I think it started. I saw last night there was a stream going on with. What was the game? Not MLB Power Pros, but the Mega Baseball, I think, something like that, with Anju. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
That's correct.
He was doing a stream. The mothership went over there and gave a lot of love to him. Tell us what's going on.
Sure. A huge thank you also to EVC for allowing that to take place, and a huge shout out for him, as well as stylish hat last night, EVC. So yes, we are in that week that we are doing what has now become an annual event. The 5th annual Fluffy Kitty Ninja Charity Streamathon is currently underway. Proud to tell you, officially, we have $3,405 to this point. But we do have some matching gifts that I am able to muster that will be added in at a later time. I also was handed from a sweet 83-year-old woman a $100 check that is on its way and will be credited. So I'm proud to say we're already over $4,000. And we're hoping to raise over $17,500 this year to strike out not just cancer in kids, but obviously for those who've been around, they will know my story. Now I just want to claw out cancer completely as best as I can. And it all goes to Jimmy Fund, Dana-Farber Cancer Institute. Many of you, of course, throughout the United States and Canada might know of St. Jude's as a phenomenal children's hospital. Don't discredit Dana-Farber, that is known for 23 consecutive years per U.S. News as one of the top top hospitals in the Northeast for children. But they also take care of adults as well, too, including my wife, who was diagnosed with ductal carcinoma. That's a form of breast cancer that happens in a milk duct. That was about 3 weeks after we finished last year's event. So last year, it was all about the kids. This year, it got very personal for me. It's gotten even more personal as in the last 10 days, one of my cousins, who's not much older than any of us in this conversation here, is now officially on hospice with endometrial cancer that is metastasized. So Yeah, I'm going to have a lot of challenges probably over this week, thinking about where I've been and even in the near future what I could be dealing with before even this year is done. So we're very focused on trying to do as much research, care providing. Even the smallest donation is going to make a world of difference. Again, appreciate EBC providing the link specifically to that. And again, I'm happy to tell that story. Why Dana-Farber? Again, St. Jude's gets a lot of love on Twitch. Dana-Farber has been my St. Jude's all my life, growing up a Red Sox fan. When you're in the late 1970s, and Ted Williams is still a regular staple in Red Sox broadcasts and lore, and he is passionate about Dana-Farber and the Jimmy Fund. And then the Red Sox, of course, have continued to adopt that to this point. When you look at Fenway Park on Out of the Park, on the monster, the far right graphic on the monster wall, that is the Jimmy Fund. That is Dana-Farber. That's there. It's built into the park. So that just tells you exactly how ingrained it is for us Red Sox fans that it's synonymous to us, period. So it's a phenomenal place. It's a place that, in full disclosure, now has provided care for my wife all of November last year. She received radiation treatment at an affiliate of Dana-Farber. She had always hoped that she could also scoot over to the Dempsey Center and be able to probably do a little goose on the behind of Patrick Dempsey, I think like most of our wives and girlfriends would like. But she did not get to meet him yet. She's still hoping to be able to at some point in time.
Well, do you have, I know we've got the main kind of page up on the screen. Is there any other information you want to share or visuals that you want to give?
Well, maybe not the visuals yet. I'm still working on it because it continues to evolve. But what will happen throughout this weekend, and as Laptop had said, Aju Pays is doing what we'll call an alternate universe of EMLB right now in what we call the Sandy Alexander Memorial Tournament. It takes the EMLB players of our universe and they're thrown into a Super Mega Baseball 4 version of the game. It's fun. It is fun to watch our stories. Again, I've been doing this for 24 years, and some of these players are what we call our 1.0 players that were from our original universe. It is fun to not just see them on our 2.0 universe that you regularly see on my channel, but now also to see them in this tournament with a likeness and see the actual gameplay. It was fun to watch last night. Aja's going to be doing that all this week. He's doing it in honor of his mom, who he lost to cancer last year. And it was wonderful to see. We're going to have beyond that, before we even talk about my specific content, Dr. Dynastic is going to give us the honor of joining us this year. He'll probably be streaming towards the later part of this week, specifically towards this effort. Some people will know Crazy Coach. He does have a CCP in our universe. He does a lot of Madden, a lot of college football. He'll be doing that. Anju, of course, is doing his. And then one person who does not need a lot of telling or convincing to do anything for Dana-Farber is she's right out of Boston, Whiskey Monster herself, where if you like a good drink or if you love a good meal, check out Whiskey Monster when she streams coming back from Disney. She'll be cooking up some good stuff and sharing some drinks on how she makes it. Nothing better than having a mixologist bartender who's a really good cook and been on cooking shows to be able to tell the Dana-Farber story while cooking up some good grub. And you possibly even get some tasty treats as she will mail them. I have gotten plenty of cookies mailed by her. They are good. And I'm lucky if I can even get a couple of them, because as soon as the kids realize it, they eat them all.
I'll bet, yeah. D-Block, any questions of the commish as the rookie GM for Tampa?
No. Let me put it this way: I made my fair share of mistakes in the first few days.
It's just the in-house rules that have thrown you off. You know the program well. You'll be fine. I'm looking forward to seeing what you'll be able to do with the Rays. And again, I've liked the stamp that he's putting on it. It was easy to choose him because he had already shown he'd been doing the homework. As soon as the team was available, he had a full resume of plans and what he liked on the team. I was like, damn, you've done your homework already. You're going to make it hard for anyone else to earn the spot. So
Excellent.
If I may, back on this weekend, we've mentioned some of the people. If you like giveaways, we're going to have a lot of those. Now think of this. Not everybody is going to like this one, but right from Dana-Farber themselves, they've given me a 4-pack of Red Sox tickets for September 7th. That's a giveaway. You can select that if you get chosen. We're going to probably have as many as 24 different items that we'll be giving away just this weekend, even if you don't or are not in a position to make a donation at all. Watching our content, I will probably be streaming myself for 24 hours this weekend on Saturday and Sunday. EMLB opening day will take place. We'll watch 4 different games, 2 double headers on both Saturday and Sunday, but we'll also be doing some silliness. You want to see how bad a 50-plus-year-old man is against his kids on games? You can watch that on Saturday morning. And then if you want to see if I can survive right in D-Block's backyard at Nürburgring in Germany, I'm going to try to race a Porsche GT3R around Nürburgring for 4 hours on my own. That'll be interesting. We should probably do a donation on how many times does Kamish go to the bathroom in between stints.
Some great prizes, and I know I've seen you had a list of them. Even some MLB memorabilia, right? You have some.
So not only do we have that, so there'll be one of our grand prizes on the giveaway last year was a hockey-based giveaway for you hockey fans like Laptop. ECHL, my local team, the Maine Mariners, provided a giveaway of a jersey, a T-shirt, an autographed puck, and tickets to an ECHL game near you. Our winner ended up getting going to Orlando to watch a game. He ended up getting 2 out of it because of it, and he enjoyed himself so much. My understanding is they just got season tickets for it as well. So there'll be a lot more giveaway items we'll announce, if I may, for donations that are done. Top donators between now and Sunday 11:59, this Sunday the 18th, even if you do it in spreads like $100 at a time, we'll do the combined amount as long as we can add up who's doing it. We've got these types of items to give, not giveaway. These are auctionable. Top donator gets to choose first until we've exhausted the pool. I believe we have either 10 or 11 different items right now. So you mentioned memorabilia. Well, let me just give you the list. If you loved Bronson Arroyo growing up, which I did, Bronson Arroyo, you've got a signed baseball. We've got a signed photo of him. We also have a Pokey Reese baseball that's signed. It also references his Gold Glove winning year. We also have an Adam Dunn game-used bat. We also have a Stephen Kwan signed baseball. Jonathan India signed baseball. We just added a Christian Yelich baseball. We had one last year. We got another. We also have Brewers rookie Jackson Chourio had signed a ball that has been donated to us. And that's not even what I consider the grand prize. Now, one person anonymously donated some Disney tickets. Doesn't matter if you're thinking Disneyland, Disney World, Disney Paris, wherever Disney is, they've offered 2 pairs of a one-day pass. Now, thank you very much. I will keep them nameless at their request. But here's what I think are the 2 coolest items that we have access to. And a huge, tremendous shout out to our good friend Jared Rollins. He is our general manager of the Reds. He is our real-life Major League Baseball executive, senior director of communication for the Reds. He was kind enough to get these things for us. Hang on. We have one of the Billy Ripken FF error cards. You know which one that is. We got one of those. That's not even the best one. 3 words. Ken Griffey Jr. One more word. Rookie. Fleer rookie card. That will likely be whoever does the top donating. That'll likely be the person who will probably go get that card right away. I've gone to eBay and I have Googled Ken Griffey Jr. Fleer rookie card. And I have like, boom, my jaw has dropped that we have one to offer somebody who ends up being our top donator.
Here, I thought you were holding out, and the top prize was going to be dinner with the commish.
Well, I mean, we could really do that if you want. We will have some milestones. We would like to say that my son would love to have a challenge. My son is a goaltender. He's going to play for the Maine Junior Mariners at the 14U level this year. He would love to wear a Jimmy Fun Let's Game logo like he did all last season. So for 8 months, he promoted the Jimmy Fun Let's Game brand on the back of his helmet. It got a lot of talk. We'd love to do it again, but we're setting a goal for that. So we'll have a milestone. We'd love to be at 12,500. I see someone has made $100. I didn't get to see who, so whoever it is, thank you very much for your kindness and generosity. But we were going to set to get for 12,500, and my son Dom, the goaltender, will wear a Jimmy Fun Let's Game patch on his back of his helmet all year. We have a picture of what it looks like. I'll throw it up in my Discord for anyone who's in there.
All right. Wow. You got a busy week ahead of you, as you always do. You got to get a lot of rest, obviously, because you're going to be going hard over the next few days. When are you streaming? Give the chat an idea what times they can catch EMLB on Twitch.
Sure thing. We're going to finish up spring training tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time. To end spring training, we will have a Thursday sim as well, or a Thursday show. It will be more of a podcast and a season preview, since our opening day will take place. For the last 3 years, we have queued up that our EMLB opening day will take place during the Saturday portion of the charity streamathon. So after the Thursday preview show with some friends doing podcasts, we will start. I will be streaming at 9 o'clock in the morning. From 9 to 3, I'll be doing various things. It could be, I could possibly do the Eric Kelly Baseball Challenge on MLB The Show again. I will likely be playing games, maybe Rocket League or even Mario Kart with my kids. We'll try to raise money through those aspects. But then when I do the Out of the Park portion, EMLB opening day will start at 3:30 on Saturday. We'll do 2 games that evening. Sunday, I will start at 9 in the morning, do that 4-hour race. So probably just after 2 o'clock is when the EMLB coverage will take place. I'd like to give a shout out to Rich Grisham at Out of the Park. We have separate drops. If D-Block or Laptop or Kavacom are streaming on Saturday or Sunday, you can get your affiliate drops there, and you can go to my channel and get drops. The drops will be for the first hour that you're watching. You will get standard packs. But then for the second hour, every half hour, you'll get 2 silver packs. That is separate from the usual affiliate program that we are all on. All thanks again for this streamathon effort. That'll happen on both of those days. So that's an opportunity to get some extra packs on that specific day. Very excited. And again, thanks. I'm also been authorized to give away as much as 50 packs that will be part of the giveaway package that we will do for people who stop by. That'll be the only requirement. They'll have to stop by and enter the giveaway. They don't have to donate, but we are sincerely hoping people that donate will be able to help out as well.
Yes, and again, a big shout out to OOTP Developments. They've been very supportive of you and the program, and continue to do so. So catch the commish. I will be raiding into him after this show here. He's going to be on in about 90 minutes to get on with his program. So he's probably got some prep to do, and he probably has to eat some supper too. Commish, any closing words, anything else you wanted to pass on to the community?
Just want to say thanks to both of you for giving me the opportunity to chat. It's always a pleasure to see you both. Love having you coming on in. Excited for D-Block to be a part of this. And again, to the entire community, this is one of the best communities to be a part of. We are all pretty level-headed people. We all like to have fun. We all have one big passion in baseball. Can't thank you all enough for your efforts, the time you spend in our channel, the energy you give the EMLB universe, and especially this, where we can turn around and use that energy for good. Again, I am hopeful if we can get to the goal we're shooting for this year, that would give us a 5-year combined total of $50,000. You guys made that happen. I can't thank you enough.
And if you want to create a player in the EMLB universe, you too can be part of the fun, the excitement, the rivalries, the ups and the downs of EMLB. Just tune into the streams. A lot of information there during the stream. So catch the commish a little bit later tonight. Thank you so much, Commish, for being on, and all the best to you and all the work that you do in the community.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me. Have a great one.
See you, Commish.
All right. Well, D-Block, we've got some cards to go through, but before we do that, I've snoozed a lot of the breaks, but they got another one kicking in. So we're going to take our break. And when we come back, we've got some new cards to look at. So we'll be right back, folks, in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back, everyone. Laptop Pound here on this Tuesday afternoon. Again, kind of a split into two shows today, and thank you to Dr. Dynastic, who couldn't stream today. Dr. Dynastic, if you caught yesterday, has a guest in town over the next couple days, so he is spending some time showcasing his guest around the city and doing some barbecuing and just enjoying some time away a little bit, but he should be back tomorrow. So Dr. Dynastic should be back for his regular time tomorrow. And again, if you missed Spore earlier today, we have new cards in the game, the Tuesday Treasure Trove. We'll go through kind of the lower level ones with D-Block here in just a bit. And if you missed your OOTP drops, it will not be replayed like they do on Thursday. However, TJ Lauerman will be on tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on the main channel with his Texas Rangers series. Well, D-Block, we didn't get a winner in the early bounty tournament that we had. We tried a silver, and the team that beat me in the semifinals went on to win the whole thing over Clay Dog, who's becoming one of those names you raise your eyebrow to. We're starting to see Clay Dog have some success. Excellent. So let's do another one here. We're going to do a bronze, but not until the next one fires off. So right now, we're going to do the double elimination in quicks. So for those of you that don't know which tournament this is, let me bring it on the screen. It is in your bronze area of your traditional tournaments. And if you click on the refresh, it brings up all the bronze tournaments. And it is the one that says DODF3. So currently there's 7 out of 16. So as soon as we get a fresh new slate, then we'll spam that one and hopefully get all of the viewers in here, as many as we can, to fill that tournament up when it fires off. And we're not going to have just one prize. We're going to have two. We've got 2 bounties today because we got 2 people on screen. If you knock out Lap or D-Block, you will receive 5 standard packs. This is a do or die. All it takes is one loss. So all you have to do is defeat us somewhere in the tournament, and you will get 5 packs. And if you defeat both of us, somehow you come across both of our teams, you'll get 10 packs because you knock both of us out. And if I knock out D-Block or he knocks out me, whoever knocks me out will get those 10 packs. So lots of packs to be going out here for some success against D-Block and I. Let's do this. But when the new one fires off, there's 7 out of 16 right now. Usually it doesn't take too long to fill up. Now there's 11 out of 16. So we'll give it a little bit of time. We'll come back to that. Chat, you can let us know when a new one fires off so that D-Block and I can get in there. Again, Spore with the Tuesday Treasure Trove. If you're new to the game, we're getting to that part of the cycle where Spore has lower level cards once a week, once every couple of weeks. Last year, he started off in kind of the fall, September-ish area, and we had him every Tuesday. We're not quite to the point of every week now, but he did say probably every 2 or 3 weeks we're going to see a Treasure Trove set. So let us know in chat, who is your favorite card? Which card are you looking forward to testing out? All right, D-Block, you know iron much better than I do, and you know silver much better than I do. So you're going to take the lead on those 2 levels. Chat, you can weigh in as well on some of these cards, and I'll have more of an opinion for the bronze guys. Cool name. How do you pronounce this, D-Block? Odie? Audi? Oh, you pulled the lap. D-Block, pulling the lap.
Okay.
All right, Ote. So we're at 14 out of 16, so I'm keeping an eye on that. Will you talk about this 40 card, which, of course, anytime you see 40, you're thinking cap potential.
Exactly. Kind of tough with that home run against, but the control, of course, is pretty good. The BABIP is pretty good, but that home run against is scary, especially against the righties. There are really good pitchers in as a 40 there. Not sure if he breaks in there. He's definitely something you can draft in the last round of the 5L, something like that. Basically in any draft, if you just need somebody in your bullpen, you can take him, give him avoid high leverage, and then I think you're fine. And I don't know in a cap. I think they're really in like 6, 7, 8, 40 pitchers that I would trust more, despite their great control and that actually pretty high stuff for a low iron pitcher. But I'm not. Let me put it this way: I'm not. I wouldn't be afraid to test him out at least. Maybe make him a specialist or something like that. But against the lefties, I mean, I'm not afraid against the lefties there.
Okay, we're gonna jump over here because we got a new one firing off quick, and I want to make sure people have a chance to get in. Right. It will be ID 480. So we're looking at this: a bronze MIN DOD F final best of 3. When the new one fires off in just a few seconds here, that's the one you want to enter. So
hopefully IDUP is entering and
yeah. Yes, D-Block defeated A-Dub. All right, the new one has fired off. There it is. I am in. Are you in, D-Block?
I am in.
Okay. So both of the bounty targets are in the tournament. You don't have to declare that you're in. Later on as the tournament's going on, we'll check in on it. And you do have to be in the chat, though, to claim the bounty. So if some random team gets in and defeats us, they will not get the 5 packs. You have to be here, part of the community here. We got the Rattlers, the Ghosts, the Vampires, Washington Park Rangers, and we got 13 teams, 3 spots left. ID 480. IDub is there, D-Block. I smell there. A round 1. So this new quick tournament, which has been around for just over a week now, there's been 480 of these tournaments that have fired off. That's quite a few. and you're allowed one combinator. That's it. All the other cards have to be your standard cards, can be live cards, but they have to be bronze. You cannot use irons, and you can only use a maximum of one combinator. And of course, D-Block, your combinator is?
I forgot. I don't know. I think it's Semi-Bird.
Yes.
I think it's Semi-Bird. I forgot.
All right, we got 15 out of 16. One more slot there available, guys. Your chance to win 5, maybe 10 packs, plus get a win on the race to 10 spreadsheet there. So showing 15, but it's probably full now. Let me refresh it. Yes, we are now full. Okay. So bronze minimum DOD ID 480. So we'll give it a second to fire off here, because then I want to go in and check out on the teams, and then we can go back to looking at the cards. But yeah, I mean, again, the Tuesday Treasure Trove, you and I, like, we loved that last year. We loved the weekly infusion of new cards, especially the iron and bronze, and it was probably the highlight of the week for me in Twipped, is seeing which new cards come in.
Yeah, for me too.
Yeah,
I was playing iron and bronze, and my league team. That was it. Well, that wasn't it, but that was my main focus. So actually, I looked more forward to the Treasure Trove than the Thursday show.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait till they get back on kind of a weekly schedule there.
Get those gold cards out of there.
Who needs gold cards?
Yeah, they're no lower level.
Yes. More bronze. Come on. More bronze. Okay, so here we have our matchups. First chance at the 2 bounties. Ooh, I won the other one I was in. So watch out, chat. Watch out. All right, on the left side of the bracket, we've got the Vampires and the Crystals. D-Block is going up against the Socialist. Oh, synchronicity. We just talked about this guy. Are you scared, D-Block?
Yeah, I mean, he beat me in the PTCS, so I'm not
Way
scared.
to go, Clay Dog.
I enjoy playing against him. Very simple.
Yes. I think I was matched up against him yesterday at some point. We got Sean, who is, again, just a wonderful member of the community. He is going up against another high-end individual here in Cub fan Steve. And then we've got A-Dub in the same side of the bracket as D-Block. Fortunately, on your side, not my side, he will be going up against the Warriors and Elish Simeon. On the right side of the bracket, we've got the Patriots, FSJ Fish. Haven't seen them before. They're going up against Kitty Poo Poo and the Braves Only, who just joined PAX Only this week. They've got a new team starting off in the entry pool. The Ghosts, run by Coots87, they're going to be going up against Jinx and the Matrokis. New York fan there. Port City Pirates and his young son playing OOTP together this year. They will be taking on the Roadrunners and Tan Today. And finally, the Gladiators will be taking on a team that has 1 win already in the race to 10, Brynick and the Rattlers. I know they are here. So the Rattlers and the Socialists, first opportunity to get those 5 bonus packs. Okay. Very quickly, I'll always like to see who people are running as a combinator. If they are running one, A-Dub is running Sean Berry. Again, I don't think I've ever used Sean Berry on my team, but I'm not gonna go against what A-Dub says, that's for sure. No one for Cubs fan Steve. Kitty is running Elmer Smith on the Braves. And the Rattlers, the team I'm playing in the first round, we're both running Connie Days. So Connie versus Connie in round 1. Next up, we've got the Patriots. They've only got 12 players. So congratulations, whoever plays the Patriots in round number 1. If they're in the chat, you've got 11 minutes to add some more players. So please go and add some more to your team before it officially gets underway. Next, we got the Ghosts. The Ghosts are running no combinator. D Block, of course, mentioned his. He is running Sammy Bird, an outfielder.
I just changed that. I run now the blue Bill Barrett and put Elmer Smith instead of the.
Oh, we got a couple Elmer Smiths going. Richie Zisk, another great card to use there. A combinator Richie Zisk for Clay Dog. And the Matrokis. The Matrokis do not have a combinator yet on their bronze team. The Warriors, Adam Dunn. Adam Dunn. And how cool if you can win an Adam Dunn piece of memorabilia from the commish on the weekend, because he does have an Adam Dunn item.
A game bat.
A game bat, yeah, from Adam Dunn. I mean, this year of all years, how it connects to OOTP. He's got a bat in OOTP. The Pirates, Port City. They're going to go with Tom Brown. I know, D-Block, this was one of your favorite cards for a very long time.
Yeah. Still like him.
Yep.
In certain areas.
Roadrunners, another very popular card early on in the cycle, especially. Give him a little bit more juice there. Look at that gap power, the eye against the righties. The Vampires, are they running anyone? Nope, they are combinator free. Sean is running no one as a combinator. That's what's great about this tournament. You don't have much of a deficit, you're not really lower odds if you don't run combinators, because you're only allowed one. Travis Shaw for the Crystals. Interesting. He is interesting. Yeah, he's interesting. So again, we got about half the teams running combinators. So we'll check back on that as we go through here. Okay. Chad, if you have questions about specific cards at these lower levels, D-Block is one of the best. He doesn't run a model, but he does a lot of his own, in-game kind of testing and uses these cards, and he's got a good eye for what it takes. Very successful. He's won the 5L twice this month already. He's knocked me out in the 5L twice. No, I don't think you've won twice, but you've been in the Final Four a couple times. Man, this control, pitcher Babbitt. All right, let's move on. Detroit Tiger. So we're seeing two back-to-back cards with higher pitcher BABIP than home run suppression. Immediately, I look at the splittiness as maybe a drawback here. We have a lot of good 40 pitchers that you can use in caps. Is it worth the 1 point to use this guy, do you think?
I think it is. I actually think it is. I think I would rather use. Everybody's so high on your Dave Steep 40 card. I hate that card. I think I'd rather use 1 point and play that card instead of that stupid Dave Steep card.
Yeah, I think as a non-combinator, there's a lot of better options than Dave Steep. I think if he's combinated, he's great. Like as a card.
Of course, but this card is if this card is combinated, I'd probably play him in caps for the rest of the year.
Yeah. But are you going to use him in the bullpen? Like, does that splittiness bother you?
Not at all.
Okay.
Especially if he's combinated, I don't care. I think on his right side, he's good enough. That if he would be like the card before, like in the 40s or even below that, then that would bother me. But having the home run against in the 60s in iron, I don't really mind there.
We have the manager of the Patriots in the chat asking if I see a full lineup. I do not right now, but then I do not get to see any changes that you have made until the first game fires off in about 7 minutes. So Patriots, you can go into your team, add players, make sure you hit the submit button, make sure they're all bronze, and then when it fires off, when it refreshes, you should have your full team. So yeah, I cannot see the changes as they're made live. So you should be good if you fixed it up a bit. All right. Next up, another picture here from the Colorado Rockies. Sean getting a little love for his Rockies. Now this one I do like because it's got that home run suppression. It's got good control. Again, it is splitty. 44. There are a lot of good pitchers in the 42, 43 range. There's a Chris Taylor, Chris Welsh. Yeah, Chris Welsh. So now you got some competition with those points. What are you thinking about Manny?
I like him a lot. Of course, he's pretty, but he has the shape. He has the control on the side where he is with a little lower in the home run against. I like him a lot. He is probably he will probably make it in low iron, definitely. And the combinators, I think you're paying the 4 points for him.
And Clay Dog, yeah. And here's a case of a D block where we see the odd time these weird splits, right? With cards and Clay Dog saying, you know, he's higher in home run suppression against the lefties, but he's higher in pitcher BABIP against the righties. That definitely gives a different dynamic to the choice as well, because obviously a bullpen guy because of his stamina. So you're not starting him.
Of course.
And you maybe crank up the hold runners. I would anyway, because he's at 101. So he's going to keep the runners on base. But yeah, I like this card. I think I would pay up the extra 4 points or 2 points or whatever it is for that home run suppression, especially against the lefties.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, feel free, guys, to ask questions about certain players. Moving on, the next pitcher, reliever Ryan Webb from Miami.
Yeah, of course, the P-BABIP is, of course, very scary.
Yeah.
You can see him get hit after hit after hit after hit, and his control is not good enough to not get hit, walk, hit in a row there. He won't give up the home run, but I can just see that you get kind of like a hitting frenzy against this guy. I think he still makes it, but he's going to be a risky play, man. He's going to get you some tournament wins, but he's going to also give you some first round exits with a kind of like with a loss in the fifth game or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I would pay up in a cap tournament. He's too pricey.
No.
For what you're getting in an iron tournament. You know, I might try him in a 5L as a righty specialist in the bullpen, avoid high leverage kind of thing. But yeah, only 10 stamina. He's not going to give you a lot of innings anyway.
Yeah.
And again, he's not going to give up that home run. But again, he's got that interesting split. Like the lefty batters are not hitting home runs. Like Adam Dunn even going to have a tough time hitting a home run on him. But that BABIP though, all you have to do is put in a lot of BABIP guys and he's going to get knocked around.
And they're getting more and more that we get more and more BABIP guys, not only available, but also you see them more and more on teams. And I think that's one of the first things I tried when the cards came out, like in the first month, to put together basically like everybody was home run against and control for the pitchers. So I tried to get basically a BABIP team together. We did not have the cards to do that back then, but now we do. And I think if you're smart, you at least have those guys like as a backup there, a BABIP guy as a backup next to maybe Chris Carter or something like that. And then you're pretty bad off with Ryan Webb there.
Yeah. There's no way I'm using him in the 5L in 1939 where you got a lot of BABIP, a lot of singles, a lot of hits. But in the 6L, I would test him out. I would test him out in the power era where you do have a lot of home runs and he can prevent some of those. The earlier you go back in eras, though, you don't want to draft this guy because it's more BABIP oriented.
Yeah, definitely. Modern, definitely. If it's a modern tournament, I play him definitely.
Zoom 316. Yeah, I do on my YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of tutorials, not just from this year, but previous year, that can kind of give you a good head start on roster construction, especially this year with the bronze tournament. And I've had a lot of guests on in the past couple years. So if you go to that YouTube channel I posted, click on the tutorial playlist, go through those and find something that you might be looking for. And Waynham, I am back. I am back on Thursday. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. So early afternoon, just make sure you have a quick spot open and you can get in those tournaments. Yes, Spore says, oh, good. PT re 1939. Yeah, 1939, I don't think I trust him. But
No.
1993, yeah, I'd give him a shot. Yeah. Next up, we get to the bronze. All right, the bronze. And Don Mossy. Woo! Finally, big smile on my face. Here again, this with the pitchers, we see a lot of releases from Spore with the pitcher BABIP being higher than the home run suppression in a lot of the cases. 61, low bronze, got the stamina, can hold runners. What are you thinking?
I have a tough time starting him because the competition in bronze is just so big.
Yeah,
he's going to have a tough time starting. He's definitely somebody you can draft in tournaments, in draft tournaments. If you just need somebody in the bullpen there, have your diamond, gold, and iron pitchers there, and you need somebody to in the bullpen. You can definitely do that. But in bronze tournaments, even low bronze, I think the competition is just way too big, with really, really, really good meta pitchers there. It's going to be tough. And his title is ugliest man. I mean, the official ugliest man in baseball, of course, is Johnny Dickshot. There's no way around that. But he is getting it close, man.
Yeah, Spore, we could have had some synchronicity there with Johnny Dickshot and Don Mossy. I mean, that would have been quite the pair to present today. I'm sure there'll be a Johnny Dickshot coming soon to a OOTP pack near you.
Sure.
There'll be one. There's got to be a Johnny Dickshot. Here is the perfect case for me of why I like the huge difference with the 5L and 6L. One early era, one later era. This guy, I'm drafting. If it's a 5L, I'm not touching him if it's a 6L. Because early eras, I think he'll do a lot better than those later eras because of the BABIP.
I think he's okay. I think he's okay in the bullpen. Just getting out for 3 outs, I think the chance that he's going to give up the home run there, it's not that he's has a 30 or 40 home run against there. So that high 50 home run against overall and the 52, I risk that because he's not going to. The thing is, he's not going to give up basically any base hits there, and he's not going to give up a walk. So the only thing he does give up is a home run. And if you really think about it, as a reliever, that is it's terrible if he does give a home run. But the chance that he does give the chance that he actually does give up a home run there in those 20 pitches that he's pitching is kind of low. So I have no problem pitching him in the bullpen in a draft. Again, in the tournament, we have much better options there.
And I think, again, we know how the specialist role works or does not work in OOTP. Yeah. I'm going to designate him as a specialist in the bullpen. And again, I'm not going to play him in the later eras just because I don't want him to give up a couple home runs later in the game. Let's jump in and take a look at the bounty because a couple games have come in now. And I think at least one bounty has been claimed. Maybe
not
both.
Mine.
Let's go check it. Oh, spoiler alert. Okay. So congratulations to Brynick, who knocked me out by a score of 4-3, taking out the Rocky Mountain Gladiators, scoring 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th. A Jake Stahl home run for the Hound, and Adam Dunn, speaking of Adam Dunn and Andrew Jones, hitting it out of the park. So congratulations. I will put that name down for 5 packs. Let me write it down now so I don't forget. Brian Nick, all capital letters, 1107. So the right side of the bracket, that bounty has been claimed. On the left side, D-Block has moved on against the Crystals. Sideburnius, are you in the chat? Are you here? Because you got to be here to be eligible to claim. Let's see. Claim. Smiley Face Jane just redeemed some biscuits to open some packs. Absolutely. We will do those sometime after the break, maybe before we get to our hitters, because I want to try and get some of these cards on my team. So Sean and A-Dub on one side with D-Block and the Crystals, the Rattlers, the Roadrunners, the Matrokis, and the Patriots, who did fix their team up. Let me just double check, because I don't think they would have won with 12. Yep, 26 out of 26. Patriots, you are good. Congratulations on your first round win. So now we're looking for the bounty winner against D-Block, because I don't think the Crystals are here. So D-Block, you got to win this one. Got to take him out.
Because I want to play A-Dub, of course, again.
Well, I think because I'm knocked out, I don't get the
also
notification.
has something against it, of course, but hey.
Okay. Let's see. I think it might be simmed. I don't get the notification when I'm knocked out of a tournament. So it just keeps saying simulating. Let's see if it's come in. Nope, not yet. 4 minutes, it looks like, until the next sim comes in. Okay, let's see. Again, we are out of delaying of the break, so I'm going to leave this card up. We're going to take our break. When we come back, we'll finish off the pictures and we'll open some packs, courtesy of Smiley Face Jane. Back in 2 minutes' time. All right, welcome back, everyone. Here with Dontcutthedblockdragon, who you can catch tomorrow morning, right? Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Yeah,
A normal Wednesday show. The changes are with Sunday. I don't stream Sundays anymore.
Oh.
I
Just,
switched with Nersha. Nersha can't go on Mondays anymore because of his kid, and he asked if we would switch, and so he moves up to Sunday, and I will have my Call Your Thingy on Mondays now.
Excellent. So you'll be leading into me, I guess, on Monday.
Exactly.
Hey, or to Nersha, I guess, or Nersha or me, or I can't remember how the schedule goes, but
I will write into you.
All right. Well, good. So we got a D Block lap on Monday morning. Excellent. So catch D Block out tomorrow. He's got giveaways as well, and a lot of great advice, and a lot of redemptions you can do with what do you call those, blurps or bleeps or
Blurb on Tangia, yeah. And we will actually we will have we will do use the Elo system from Chess Safari and make some new tournament teams for that are totally based on Elo. And Chess Safari will be in the chat. And if anybody has questions for that, you can ask him about that. And we will use his newest rankings that I got today, and make a team with that.
Oh yeah. Thanks for bringing that up, because for those of you that want to get into modeling, or you want to, test out a model that already exists, we have a community member, Chess Safari, who has played years and years and years of chess. And so he uses their kind of ranking modeling system in OOTP, and he's had some success with it. He's just kind of updated everything. And if you head over to my Discord, he's got his own thread there in the Discord, where he's got all the information about the ELO system. You can read through it. You can download the different spreadsheets and all that other kind of stuff. And the D Block tomorrow morning is going to go through a deep dive on the system with Chess Safari in the chat. It would mean a lot to Chess Safari. He likes feedback. He likes to know what's working, what's not working. And believe me, this thread he's got a lot there. He has put hours and hours and hours into this modeling system with the chess ELO rankings. So check that out on D Block tomorrow. What time are you firing off?
At 9 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, 9 a.m. Eastern. Let me show you what he's got as the latest here. Like I said, if you want to kind of get to start using a model or understand how models work, not a lot of resources out there. But here's the latest that Chess posted just a little while ago. He's got the latest spreadsheet there. 2,210 batters are in the file, 1,716 pitchers, and 33 million plate appearances that he's got in that file. So this is the August 11th version that he put there. So like I said, head over to the Discord. You can find all that information over there. And he's such a great community member. I thank Chess for graciously adding that to our Discord here. Well,
second bounty is claimed.
What's that?
The second bounty is claimed.
Oh, well, it's not claimed because I didn't get any verification they were in chat, but I guess we just have one bounty winner today because the second person did not say they were here. How many stitches in a baseball? I don't know.
Yeah, I know, ADAP. I'm sorry. I lost 1-0.
Oh, and who won the other side? Was it Sean or was it ADAP?
ADAP.
Oh,
so he held up his bargain there.
Well, that's going to be a heck of a matchup. A-Dub versus Brynick now to go to the finals. Who on the right side? Who are the two teams advancing?
There is the Brynick, and against the New York Metro Keys.
Oh, okay. So Jenks and Brynick. Yeah. And then A-Dub and the team that beat you.
Yeah, the Sideburnius team that beat me.
Oh, that's so funny because Sean used a guy that A-Dub really likes as a pitcher, Caldwell, and A-Dub hit a home run walk-off off of Caldwell, the guy that he recommended. Yeah, I want to see your modeling there a little bit better, A-Dub. Come on. Taking advantage of some guy that you recommended. Okay, we're going to open 20 packs a little bit later. Smiley Jane, Face Jane. Smiley Jane, are you the one that just entered the Packs Only Club? I know it was someone in Discord named Jane. Is that you? We will open 20 packs after we get through the pictures. Well, EVC gets another Dodger. Lower level, Don Drysdale from 1958, the year Ezra Denny started his San Francisco Giants save. Catch Ezra 5 nights a week, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on Twitch. And I don't mind this. I don't mind this as a low bronze.
Yeah, I like this picture a lot.
Yeah,
you know me. I love those. I love those flat profiles.
Yeah.
And this as a base card is. I like it already. If that as a combinator, I love it.
Oh, and just to clear up, it was Caldwell that hit the home run. Oh, I thought you beat him as a pitcher. Oh, well, A-Dub, my apologies. Your recommendation on get Caldwell in your lineup. Man, good call there. And that's why I'm having you on Thursday, because especially those higher level cards, but apparently you're bronze as well. Yeah, I like this card. Again, like you said, D-Block, there's so much competition. Like you got Evoldi, you got Max Manning, you got both Wilsons, you've got Caldwell, you've got Bannister, you've got Trout, just so many players there. But
yeah,
I think
if you look at the prices for those cards as a combinator, they are pretty high. The prices they're like 30 and 30K and up. I bet you this card will never be that extremely expensive. I think this card will always be relatively cheap in the way of combinator cheap, and will give you very, very good results as a combinator card.
Yeah. So there you go. Look for Don Drysdale on a combinator shop near you, and he's got a bat.
Yeah.
So in the 5L, hey,
there are also some bronze tournaments without a DH. You love him there.
Oh man, that power! I don't know if we have a pitcher in bronze anywhere close to that. Ray Caldwell's got a good bat, but this guy can hit a few home runs for you in a non-DH kind of league. So the Bagels and Schmear, there's a couple Bagels and Schmear type of tournaments. There's the 5L, there's other bronze tournaments. Don't ignore that bat if you get him as a choice. Yeah. And here is his bat. Speaking of his bat profile, you could take off pitcher and you could say, this guy was a second baseman, and I'd believe you, because it's not too far off of some of the batter profiles we see in low bronze. Like it's pretty good. A good job on that card there, Don Drysdale. Okay, John, how do you pronounce this? Lieber. Good control, one of the higher controls we have. We like control. We like home run suppression. You've got the balance there with pitcher BABIP. Again, it's splitty, like we're seeing with many of these cards. Where does he fit in? He's a high bronze now. I'm thinking again, that righty specialist in the bullpen.
Yeah, it's tough for him to break in the starting in the non-combinator meta as a starter. It's going to be tough, and I don't think his stuff is high enough to compete for a bullpen slot there. I would probably use a Nate Carnes there better, or or the actual reliever like the Edison Reed or all that. But again, as a combinator, and I think also a very cheap, he will be a pretty cheap combinator. He will be pretty good as a combinator once you combinate him, and he should probably be pretty cheap to combinate too. With the 1994, there should be a lot of cards there that you can combinate him with, I imagine. And
and that's the thing
with combinator, he's useful. I think as a non-combinator, it's going to be very tough to find room for him. Definitely not as a starter, and as a bullpen piece.
And that's the thing.
Draft only, basically.
Yeah, draft only. And like I said, with a lot of these cards we're seeing today, you kind of have to combinate them for them to beat out the meta that's currently there. Because as a regular card, we have so many blue home run suppression in our starting pitchers now with a decent BABIP that are definitely going to outperform this. What he's got going for him is his control, again, which is higher than a lot of pitchers, but I still trust the guys I'm using right now. So you would need to combinate him to get him in the lineup.
And again, I think he's going to be cheap to combinate, and cheap to get as a card too.
Yeah. For those of you that want a good site, I know D-Block has promoted this site. DKing395 was kind of the community member that put us onto the site, Baseball Savant.
Exactly.
Let's throw that into the chat because this is a site where you can easily check teammates for different players. So there is the site there. Larry Walker showing all the teammates to combinate him. So I forget, you put last name first? I think so.
Last name first, yeah. Lieber John.
There he is. So you type in the name of the player you're looking for teammates. And of course, the bigger the circle, the better combinator food it will likely be. So a Tom Gordon, Al Martin, Esteban, Loiza, Kerry Wood, Paul Wagner, Tony. Of course, you have to have these cards in OOTP. Not all of these cards are necessarily in OOTP, but these are the cards that are going to probably give you the most combinator points to help boost him up. So check out Baseball Savant. You can type in any player there, and it will show you their teammates. Really, really good site to help guide you on. Or go within the combinator shop or the card shop. You show you that quick because this is really easy too. You go into your main game, go to the card shop, pick one of your combinators. So you can only do this if you own a combinator. So let's take, who should we take? Let's take Danny Kolb. And you can go to the sort by combinator points, and it will show you which of these cards are worth the most to help combinate that card. Of course, you don't want to be burning a Scott Rowland tournament edition. You don't want to burn him to combinate Danny Kolb. So you kind of go down and you look for, something that might be silver, bronze, iron, maybe
actually
gold.
The one with the most combinator points, it was very tasty for him.
Ben Sheets.
Yeah, 6,000. Maybe not for the first step. For the first stage, I probably would use something else. But from boost level 2 up to 5, I think Ben Sheets is a very, very nice, cheap option to boost this card. And even though 6,000 there is, if you look at the L10, it's way over the L10.
Yeah, you put in some buy orders like at 4,600, 4,800, and you're going to get him. You're going to get him over the next few days. So, look for combinators. Unless it's really cheap, put buy orders in. This isn't bad, but when you look at the last 10 sales, you can probably get it for cheaper. So, there's a great, great bargain option for a card like Danny Kolb. Depending on the card, you might get someone like this, Luke Appling's worth 7,000 points. Well, you don't need 7,000 points unless you're maybe on level 5. But even then, I think you only need 6,000. But a guy like Bob Feller, here's a similar situation. Yeah. He is perfect.
And for the first step there, you can take 2 Larry Darwies, for example.
Yeah. Buy 2 of these, get them combinated to level 1. And then one of these cards will get you to level 2. And then, just keep buying Bob Fellers or, mix and match and get someone really cheap if you need just a few points to get up there. So, that's how you can check out. You can go to Baseball Savant, or you can just go and look at a combinator you own and take a look here. Al Simmons maybe might be your best option at 1,100. Yeah, so I really love this feature that they did if you're in chemistry tournaments, you can do the same thing, sort by team chemistry and see who has the most chemistry with your player. Lots of new cool additions they put into this year's version. Okay, let's go back to the cards. And chat, let us know when we have an update. Who made the finals in the bounty tournament? I know we were down to our final 4. Okay. Jack. Okay,
So I'm
two.
sorry that I interrupted you here, but I was in the previous to fill it up earlier. I was in the previous quick tournament there, in the 470, and guess who I beat in the first round?
Well, it wasn't me because it would have been a bounty.
Yeah, no. But somebody else probably had the same idea of filling it up so the 480 would start earlier, and he's in the chat too. And
was it Brent?
No.
Was it Jake's?
Pretty good. He also has a Boise team, just as Brent.
Oh, well, do tell.
Now, IDUB, who else?
You guys have that. I love that rivalry you guys got going on. That started recently. So, yeah, you guys have that new rivalry. All right, 2 more cards, then we're going to open 20 packs. Let's do the 2 silver pitchers. I have no clue about silver, D-Block, so you take it away. Jack Chesbro, where does he fit in low silver and tournaments and league? Guess not league, but tell us about Jack.
Yeah, for silver, he is one thing that he has going for himself is that he's not splitty. Great stamina, but the home run against is really tough. But you know me, I like these profiles, so I will definitely test them out. And especially against these newer type of cards that are not Power I anymore, he can be I think he could be surprisingly good.
Yeah, I remember last year, when Spore started to introduce cards that were pretty equal on all different categories. We see that kind of with this card here, kind of like the live pictures earlier in the year where they were
like
all
a singer.
Yeah. So again, in the 5L, 6L, you get a low silver round.
Definitely.
I would take him.
Definitely take him. Yes.
Yeah.
And as a combinator, again, you always have to think 2 ways, right? Nowadays, of course, with cards, combinator and non-combinator. As a non-combinator, as a combinator, I like him even better.
Jenks, who came in on the left side of the bracket? Was it A-Dub or was it the team that knocked out D-Block? It must be the team that knocked out D-Block because you would have mentioned A-Dub, I would imagine. So yeah, great low silver, I guess, for specific type of tournaments. But like you said, you have to combinate him if you want him to beat out some of the current meta cards.
But then you probably have a completely blue and aquamarine blue card there when you combinate them.
Yep.
Maybe the home run suppression is just before like a high 70. No, it should be aquamarine too. It should be 9. It should be just 81, 82, something like that.
Yeah, home run suppression would be the lowest, and that would come in probably around 80, 81 or 82. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a completely aquamarine and blue card. So yeah, then you love that card.
Yeah, I have a soft spot for these well-balanced cards that we see, especially for pitchers. And finally, we got Future Legends. They started to do that this year where they put in the Future Legends or the NEL cards into these kind of subsets here, which I really like. I think it's great. And man, when we compare these 2 cards, there's no doubt I like this 75 a heck of a lot better. Doesn't have as much stuff, but he's got that control and home run suppression.
Yeah, but he's splitty, of course. With the you want lefties there. But on the other hand, he's still better than the Chess Pro on the righty side. So yeah.
Who do you know offhand who the top pitchers right now, the non-combinated pitchers are in silver? Is it still Tewksbury? Is it Conserga? Who are the top guys in silver?
Well, I would probably say Tewksbury still you still find him in there, and depending on the era a little bit. The low stuff for him makes him tougher in the modern things here, I think. But once you get into defensive and earlier, Tewksbury is still in there, or should be still in there, I think. The other guys, I think Silver has kind of like a pool of like 12, 13 pitchers that can be meta, and it's all depending on what era you're playing in. So I think it's very hard to say these are the clearly 5 meta pitchers when you don't name a specific era there to that, or a certain park with the era and all that. So I think they have a pretty good pool of 10, 12 pitchers that are very good. But I think like early on, you could always say the Swindell will always play, and there will be parks that he still plays, but there will parks also that where I would say, or eras where I would say, well, he might fall out of there now.
And that's the thing, D-Block, compared to last year is there are so many options, and a lot of the top pitchers and hitters are these tournament batch cards too that are coming in.
Yes,
that
yes, definitely.
That you can't combinate, but they're going to hold their meta for just long enough until probably that next batch comes along, which is great. Like I think I like the way the cards are being released this year and how long they're kind of holding on to the meta. Bar your Adam Dunn, bar your Curry Foley. There are exceptions to these just powerhouses that are going to be there for a long time. But I really like how the meta is changing slowly and an infusion of new cards to put in, because we look at these pitchers. Jamie Moyer, I think, has been, depending on the era, would probably be good for an early era because of that pitcher BABIP.
Yeah,
so like
you have for example, for the PTCS, I did have some new tournament choice packs for 1 and 2 tournament choice packs in Silver, and I was really hoping for Sombrano to get in there because of he has that extreme. He is maybe not the best pitcher per se, but he also has that extremely good bat.
Yeah. Do you think?
I was really hoping for him.
Do you think, D-Block, that we're going to start to see pitchers like the Sandy card and this Leo card? They're going to fall off pretty quick because of their low stuff. Do you see a movement towards that happening?
Yeah, definitely. Consuega, you still find him in the bullpens, but I don't use him anymore, or I try not to use him anymore, because that low stuff is just killing him.
Yeah, you are going to start to have to ignore those low stuff pitchers, because the hitters that are coming into the game are going to take advantage. Tewksbury as well, like that low stuff, great for the first 4 or 5 months, 6 months, but eventually I think that's going to catch up to them. It's just not enough. Hitters are going to start to take advantage of them.
If I would name one pitcher right now next to the Sombrano that I would really like or would want on my team right now, is that Jake Miller card, I think.
Jake Miller.
He is, but he's, of course, that in the modern era, that guy that you really want there, I think, with the extremely high home run against there, the good control, decent stuff, and P-BABIP. Okay. In modern tournaments, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, this is a great modern tournament pitcher, and that's again, we always say that while he could be better here or he could be better there, but if he's not a silver anymore, he's a gold or he's a diamond. So I mean, ideally, if I could take maybe 8 or 10 out of home run suppression and put it in pitcher BABIP, he'd be perfect for me for silver. If I could transfer those few points, because I love the control, I love the home run suppression. He's got good enough stuff, but give me just a little more pitcher BABIP. But he's great as he is, like you said, in modern tournaments. You go back in time.
You have the opposite card there. With this guy is good against the righties. You have the Bill Singer, who is basically the same card, just against the lefties.
Bill Singer. Okay, let's check out the Singer card. Oops.
So whether with you can go there basically by if you have a home run heavy lefty park, you use the Singer. If you have a home run heavy Righty Park, you will use probably I've already forgot the name. Jake Miller there.
Yeah. Yeah, another great card. But again, in an ideal world, I want to take 10 points off home run suppression, put it in pitcher BABIP. I like at least 60 in pitcher BABIP. But like you said, in modern era, it doesn't play as big of a role. There's no way I'm playing him in an early era, though, where it doesn't have home runs, because it's a waste of his ratings. We are on a break, but we're going to talk through the break here, because we got to get over to the commission half an hour, and we've got a lot of cards to go through still. We'll take a look at one more in the chat. They mentioned Peavy, I think.
Yeah, Peavy is great, of
Peavy?
course. Peavy
yeah.
has he has the problem with the home run suppression against the righties. But he probably, again, I don't think that card is that great as a non-combinator, but if you combinate that card is great. Just a very short one before we I think the most interesting pitcher card right now, I think, is the Ubaldo Jimenez card. That's the most interesting one, because that card will probably show if you have cojones or not.
Oh yeah, that's I think Volquez is similar to that in bronze too.
Yeah,
I think
in bronze. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, he's going to strike out a lot of guys, but he's going to give up his walks. Interesting, yeah. And that's kind of compared to. Let me put in that Volquez card too. So yeah, Spore is kind of teasing us a little bit here. He's given us almost that perfect, profile that we want, but just a little bit short in one of the important categories to tease us.
Because he has to go, he has to leave himself room to improve, of course, with the cards. Not with him, but with the cards there. We are still basically in the first third of the season still. So
yeah, and that's good. It gives us different choices, and we get to test them out. But here's the bronze version of the Jimenez, basically.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. That's basically the same card, just 10 points under. Yeah.
Okay, we got because someone used their Helm biscuits. I did not win that tournament. Well, thank you very much. We got 20 packs to open for Smiley Face Jane. And Smiley Face Jane, we also get to open one bonus pack here. Let me know which other pack you want me to open. So 20 standard, and then one of these other ones. Let's see if we can get some of these new cards. And I'll see the new banner at the bottom, so it'll be easy to spot. Going until we have 147 left.
Hey, I won the other quick tournament.
Oh, nice. Thanks. Keep us updated on how you're doing in the bounty there if you win the tournament. Of course, you'll just get the in-game packs, but you'll get the 1 point there for the race to 10. We got a gold card, and Smiley Face says do a gold historical. Okay. Come on, new cards. Okay, we got the Iron, the Manny card. And this is what I do too for the new players out there is anytime a new card comes out, it's high in demand usually, especially if it's a good card. You see the sell orders here for an Iron is very high. None have been sold yet. I don't know what the demand's going to be. He's not part of missions, but I'm going to throw him on for 2,500. And if I sell him, I sell him and call it a day. So, because that value is going to go down over the next couple of weeks fairly quickly. So anytime new cards come out, unless you plan on using them right away, sell them. Take your extra perfect points there. So thank you, Smiley Face Jane, for possibly 2,500 points. Same with the new live cards at the beginning of every month. You want to sell off the new ones because they're worth the most points. Look for that little new banner. No. Come on, Smiley. Where's my diamond? You promised me a diamond. No, you didn't, but let's see if we can get one. New card. Ken Dixon. Is he new? No. He's been around for a while, but new to my team anyway. Johan Satana. By the way, on Thursday, we've got the next OOTP 25 coming out. So on Twipt, you're going to see more cards with this background. Stay tuned for that. And next week is the 1960s week. First time they've done something like that, where league play will be based on the 1969 settings, not the modern day settings. And they got some special prizes for the Diamond League winners and for the Perfect Team winners. So big event for OOTP coming up next week in league play. All right, nothing else new there. 4 more regular packs and then our gold one. Maybe we can hit a combinator here at the end. Duplicates, nothing there. 2 more. 1 and 2. Well, Smiley, it comes down to the gold historical. Let's do this. Owen Wilson, that's a good silver card there. Well, it is a new gold and it is a new silver. And we did get a new, is this out today? Hey, it is out today. I got myself the bronze Brent Barbary. We haven't talked about him yet.
Nope.
But you know what? It's a new card. I'm selling him for I don't know, maybe it's too low. I don't know. Do you remember? Is he good? Do you remember D-Block? What would you put him up for? All right, let's jump him up to this.
Let me just check. Well, come on, dude.
We'll do one more for Smiley here while you're checking another gold one. And what do we got?
Barbary.
Johnny Peacock. It's not Johnny Dickshot, but it's Johnny Peacock. Close enough.
Oh, yeah, the Barbary is pretty good.
Is he? Okay.
I like him a lot.
All right. Well, I'll leave it up at 4,400. If I can get 4,400 for a bronze historical, I'm happy with it. All right, Smiley Face, thank you for that. Let's get back to looking at our hitters now. We got about a half hour to go. Ray Blades, immediately looking at this, I see it as poor man's Adam Dunn here. 42, though. I think this is another solid cap option that I'm willing to spend 2 points on. It's a really good cap option.
No. I don't think so. Well, the gap power, maybe. I would have to really have to look at it. He has to compete with 40 Pete Incaviglia and Melvin Nieves, who are both 40s, and he might be at
Justin Maxwell too.
Better. No. Because with the Maxwell, if you play him at center field probably, but to have him as a left and right fielder there, those are the 2 cards you have to compete with. And I don't think you pay the 2 points if you have the other 2 there.
I'd have to look at those other 2. I think I might, just because the defense outfield range of 88. Yeah. I think, and plus he's got that flexibility. You don't often see a third base with your outfielders there.
But you don't play him at third though. The problem is with the Caps, you want to play, very likely you want to play first, third, 40 at first, third at second short, and then you have probably the Roger Maris as a center fielder as a 40, and then you have Incaviglia and Nieves as a 40 in the outfield, and that costs you basically no points at all. And to break in there, you have to have, if you want there at third base, you want to be there at third base, you have to have basically first base too. You could put him at third base and then put maybe a Balboni at first base. The problem there is though that you have then you need one more hitter spot there. That's basically the biggest problem there.
So with our hitters rated 40 to 42 on the non-live, Ray Blades, is that the guy we were talking about? Yeah, Ray Blades. That's what he looks like there. And you were saying you don't know if he gets by which two players?
Melvin Yevis.
Um,
And his big plus, of course, is the defense there. But you don't want them to play anyhow.
Yeah, third base, I think Franco is a card you're probably using. Doesn't cost you any cap points.
And you have him at first and third, Juan Franco. And the other one would be Pete Incaviglia.
I think he might outmatch Pete with the defense. And I mean, Pete's got the gap power, but you look at his power in his eye.
The 2 points are the problem here. Yeah, I'm not talking about that card is better. I'm talking about the 2 points in the cap situation.
Yeah. Again, I think it depends on, again, the whole makeup of the tournament and where you want to spend your points and
always. But in the normal cap situation there, and what kind of cap is it? Is it a tight cap? Is it a rather loose cap there? Also, but if you have a normal or tight cap, I think you don't have the 2 points there for him to use. But again, kudos to Spore, a very, very interesting card there that you have to think is that defense and the just a little bit better bet, is that worth the 2 points? So decision time basically, and that's what I think. That's if you take all of Spore cards right now is what he's brought us in 25 are hey, you have to make decisions now. There isn't really these blueprint things. You have to make decisions, and I like that a lot.
And that's why we can have these. We have these discussions, and it's great to have these discussions because here I am saying I'm going to use the 2 points because in a power park. In a power park, I'm going to use them because I want that defense, I want that arm, I want that power, that eye. But for other people, they're not going to use them, and that's great about these cards is we can have these discussions and we get different makeups of teams because of it. So yeah, awesome, good. Okay, let's go on to our next one. Let's try and pick up the pace a little bit. We got about 20 minutes before the commish comes on. He usually doesn't start right at 5 anyway. He runs his clock for a while, so no rush to get over there right at the top of the hour. Billy Sullivan, 90 framing for a 48 card. Speed, gap power. Again, I don't know where he fits in with the meta. Who are the current catchers in Iron? Is it still Steve Yeager? Is it who do you got running there?
I still like Sawatsky, for example.
Okay, let's take a quick peek.
What I like with the Sullivan is usually what you have if you have those extremely high framing guys in Iron, you have very, very poor blocking, and I hate that. Yeah. I hate those. I'd rather have less framing, but have a blocking that's not really really killing me. It's nothing worse than having guys giving up runs because your catcher could not hold onto the ball. And the interesting part about him is really that he has both. So if you want defense especially in low iron, I think you definitely going to take him. If he's good enough for full iron, just let me check there. Yeah, in low iron, definitely you're going to take him. In full iron, you have the Charles Johnson, you have the new Bruce Benedict there.
Yeah, that's who I think. I think those are exactly the two I have on my Iron rosters, Benedict.
Yeah. Those two are definitely in there. You got the Karkovice there, the Ron Karkovice. But I think they're all worse defensively, basically. The Jenny Edwards you got there. So
maybe more as a backup catcher then, not as your starter, but
yeah. But I probably would compare him best with the best is maybe because Daryl Porter has a lot of eye. He does not have eye. But if you take the catcher framing there, Daryl Porter has 95. This guy has 90, but Daryl Porter has a blocking of 61, and he has that way better blocking there. So I've played a lot of Daryl Porter early on, and I still kind of liked him. He has the bad BABIP there, the red BABIP of 35. So that was what makes him nowadays. You just get away from him because of the bad BABIP there, just not power I anymore. So I like that card much better, but the defense also is of course better. So I will definitely lose him. Probably only in low iron, but still he's pretty good. And as a backup, of course.
Yeah. And go figure, a guy named D-Block loves catcher blocking. Yes, it goes with the territory, but choices. We love choices.
Yes.
Jose Iglesias, 48 as well. Shortstop, 87, which I think for a low iron seems pretty good. I don't know where he compares with. A lot of blue there against the lefties without the power. So a BABIP Park. Again, I don't play a lot of iron, so where does he rank on your shortstop list? Only one position.
Yeah. So full iron, he would probably have to compete with Sandy Alomar. That's the backup there. Low iron, he would probably because he would probably have to play as a starter. He would have to compete with Punto, and Spora says he would play him against the lefties against Punto. I don't see that really, to be honest. I don't. He has Punto who has one BABIP better. Okay, he has less avoid. He has a lot more avoid Ks, which is not, as he actually said, is not only a good thing.
Yeah, here's the Punto.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, Spory. You're correct. You amended that because of the three positions, and that's true. You said that he only has the Iglesias only has that one position, and Punto has the three positions where you can play.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I would back him up with full iron. I would back him up with Sandy Alomar, also because of the positions there. But that is full iron. If for low iron, I don't think there's anybody close. Maybe you would probably have to compete with the Hunts.
Juan Castro. Oh, Juan Castro's a 58. Yeah.
Low iron. So if you go in 49 to 40 or 40 to 49, there's the Steve Hunts card. And a whole lot of nothing, basically, or somebody who has good defense but no bat at all. Like some bunch of life cards like the Nasim Nunez or the Nick Allen. Maybe the Alex Diaz. But they're all worse defensively.
Yeah, he's the highest rated defensive shortstop in low iron right now at 84 for his primary position. And after that, you got to go down to, there's no really true shortstop for a while until you get into the 70s. And maybe this guy here, but he's got no bat.
Yeah, he's a black hole offensively, of course. And
so
at least
I think
he can hit some. So it's really Steve Hunts who has some power there, who is basically a power I guy. Who he has to compete with, and I think he beats him out. I would definitely play him over Steve Hunts.
Yeah, unless you're saving cap space in a cap tournament, then maybe.
No, in a cap tournament, I am playing Hunts.
Yeah, he's on a lot of rosters in caps, that's for sure. He's a quality card. So yeah, he is a low iron starting shortstop, I think, going forward for right now. So. Yeah, that looks like a great card for the low iron players. There is a low iron tournament, I believe, that you can enter. Next up, we got another catcher. Well, can we really call him a catcher?
Kind of hard, isn't it?
Can we move on? DH. Let's move on. I don't think he fits anywhere into your lineup, unless you just focus on BABIP and power against the lefties. Very interesting. Like, I don't say interesting card a lot, but this is an interesting card because he's so high in BABIP and power.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. BABIP and power. But he's got no defense, so you'd have to play him at DH, and there's just so many options that you could put at DH. That is
Let me
more
put it this way. If you would force me to play him as my second catcher, I wouldn't be too... In a tournament, I wouldn't be too... Especially like in a 5-game tournament or something like that. Like a best-of-5 tournament, I wouldn't be too angry about that. Actually, I might even would play him... This could be a situation where you have 3 catchers, actually, and start him, use another catcher as his defensive replacement, and have another backup catcher as use as a real backup catcher. I think get the lead with him, get somebody as a defensive replacement then, and have somebody for as the backup for the defensive replacement. That could be a case to play. That could be very interesting to play with 3 catcher here.
And as Spore mentions, this is one of those combinator cards that you're going to change your mind completely about if he's combinated.
Yeah,
like he's going to be dominant. He is going to be in your lineup, I think, as a iron catcher if you have a level 5 combinator. Again, as one of your 2 or 3 catchers. Interesting take there about having 3 catchers on the team. Kid Elberfeld, again, a card that we see every year.
Yeah.
56. Those that love the eye, going to love this card because he's going to get on base, going to take walks, got the avoid K. BABIP, ultimate splittiness, but again, kind of that reverse splittiness in many cases with the BABIP, avoid K, I, power. Oh man, I don't have. What do you do with this card, D-Block?
Yeah, the problem is I don't see really the correct. Oh no, that's low iron. I'm sorry. I don't. What I wanted to say is I don't see really a platoon partner for him. Just platoon him. He's pretty good against the lefties, so yeah, platoon him. The infield range, okay. Again, you know me, especially in tournaments, I do have no problem with somebody like that. There will be people who have a lot of problem against that. But for example, I could be thinking. Let me just check that one. The avoid case there. Yeah. I would probably compare him to the Joe Orengo card. The problem with the Orengo card is that he is what he has both sides, like he has with the against the lefties. The advantage that card has is the avoid K. And otherwise, is that Joe Orengo card probably you could platoon them still. I think that would be somebody. The Willie Bloomquist could be somebody you pair him with. But probably the best would be the Bobby Adams. So platoon him with the Bobby Adams. That would be probably the thing that I would do right now. During the show in the chat, people were saying the Posada card. Let me just check that one.
Oh, for sure. Left hand. You could definitely platoon him with Posada.
Yeah, the problem is he the best platoon against with them? I think I would probably play the Bobby Adams. Because, I mean, if you play Posada, nobody please complain about that infield range.
Yeah.
Because with he doesn't have the power, but it's not the power position either. You can you can live with that he doesn't have the power. He has the good BABIP. He has great gap power. He has some eye, and if you platoon him with the with that card, I think that can work. And again, if you look at the Posada, who has an infield range of 41, and people are playing him, please give me a break about infield range as a second baseman.
And yeah, for those that are new again, a lot of managers place less emphasis on defense in shorter tournaments. League play, it seems to be a lot more important in terms of your defense, larger amount of games being played. But in short tournaments, you can ignore the defense a little bit, especially with the lower level cards. Like
I ignored a lot.
Yeah, Keston Hura last year was a great example. You could play him at second base, and you're taking the offense for sure. So yeah, this is the Kid Elberfeld card. I'm not sure what to make of him, but against the lefties.
Yeah, he's very good against the lefties. Like I said, I would play him with Bobby Adams.
With Bobby Adams. Okay. And that Bobby Adams is a great card. All right. The card I pulled on stream earlier.
Yeah.
Brett Barbary card, a 62 low bronze card, better against the lefties, great defensively. You could play him second, third, even at short. Who are the comparables that he has to fight for in bronze?
Just to answer Spore quick, because it was a direct question to me. Yes, I did. I love that Keston card.
Yeah, last year's Keston.
No,
card.
this year.
Oh, this year.
In silver.
Oh, he's got a silver this year. See, I don't play silver, so let me check him out. Okay, let's put him on here.
Yeah, I always played him. And no, I played him at second base, of course.
Yeah, again, very reminiscent of kind of what we saw last year, and
yeah,
he might actually be better this year defensively than last year.
He's better. He's way better than. I mean, he's green.
Yeah,
he's not red.
Yeah, he's green on defense. So that's Spore. If D-Block played him last year with that defense, he's absolutely playing him this year.
His bat is worse than last year too.
Okay, Brett Barbary. When I think second base, shortstop. Of course, shortstop, I still want really good defense, even at the lower levels. Second base, third base, I'm not as picky about, but I still like good defense at shortstop. So who do you like that card against in bronze? Brett Barbary.
Let me just check that. So in general, you're probably not going to play him as a standalone card. And because of the options that you have there, especially with the defense is good, but it's not that good as on a Connie Day level or the Blues level or
Buddy Bell.
So yeah, it's you're probably not going to do that. But who was I thinking? If you would, let me just check that one. No, that's not the one I wanted. Power against the righties. No. I'm sorry, I've drawn a blank here. There you go. If you would maybe pair this card, again, you have to be a little brave there to do that with a Larry Doyle. At second base, I think he's pretty good. Okay. Doyle.
Yeah.
You would need to have the Barbary card as a defensive replacement there, but I think you can pretty much pair those two and have a pretty good platoon. Or you take the Robinson Cano. That is a little better defense. He's a pretty good platoon for the Cano card. So if you want to play them. I would probably take the Cano card and platoon those two. What about the Soriano? No. Is Lep frozen, or did I shock him so much with my Larry Doyle card? Or am I frozen? Chat, am I frozen? He's gone. No, not again. Let's see if he comes back. Hopefully he does. D-block stream now. I take it over. Problem is I don't have any rights to do stuff here. Yeah, P Babab Babab on defense, no defense for everyone. Okay. So we were at the Barbary. What am I doing here? Gosh dang it. Clicking like so we had the Barbary. The Chris Snyder will be the next card then. Is he back? No. Chris Snyder, that card, I really like that card, man. I wish I could show him to you guys. I don't think I can. Bitch, I'm time. Nope, I can't. I can't show you. I'm sorry. I think you just let's go. Yeah, laptop lost